What's going on, y'all? Today I want to talk to y'all just about the current state of millennials and everything that's going on out in this world. And of course, I can't talk about everything in one video, but I want to highlight just some of the few things that I've really been noticing and just give y'all some food for thought, some things for y'all to think about um, as you're trying to develop yourself and as you're trying to grow and as you try to leave an impact in this world. Please be mindful of these things and try to do something about it. So, first things first, all this killing, all this drug abuse, all this alcoholism. It's a lot of this going on right now, and it's so normal that everybody is starting to do it. You're seeing young kids, 16, 17-year-olds, popping perks. Like, what is this? We got to ask ourselves, when did it become acceptable? When did we get away from shaming certain things in society? At one point, if you were popping pills, you were considered a drug addict. Now it's so normal, you hear it in music and nobody's outraged by it. Nobody feels any type of way. And we got to think about it. If we continue along this trend, how is it going to impact the next generation when they already don't even have the values that we were taught to have when we were coming up? And so we're following along a pathway and creating a deadly circle that we're not going to be able to break if we continue to go down that pathway. And so we have to start turning around and being prudent with our lives. We have to start moving with care. A lot of us are living for today, and we live for today every day. And that's the problem. You have to start living for tomorrow. You have to start putting yourself in position to have hope for your future, to have something to believe in, to have a legacy. A lot of us, it's as if we don't care about our lives enough. And I get it. The economy is in a poor state right now. And so what that has resulted in is a lot of people having to do anything just to survive. And when you get to a point where you have to put your morals to the side just so you can eat, that's something that is going to be hard for you to not justify at other points in your life when you're struggling. And so we got to start trying to work towards making sure that as a whole, as people, that we don't even get to that point where we're that hopeless and that we have to lose our own value as people just to eat, just to get a bag. And so I'm encouraging y'all now to start thinking about your long-term future. You see a lot of elderly people, they're not even able to retire now. The average age of retirement used to be 65. Now you see a lot of people 70 and above working at drive-thrus, working at Walmart, just so they can keep money in their pockets. And so if that's the result of previous generations, I can only imagine what it's going to be like for us when we get old. So we have to start making sure that we're being prudent with our lives. Start saving for retirement. Start thinking about what it is that you can develop for your future so that you can be in a better position in the long term. A lot of us have fallen victim to wanting to just look fly for social media, that we take our money and we blow it as if that money is going to be promised for the rest of our lives. And the reality is, no, if you aren't being prudent with what you have now, at some point you will lose it. And that's just the reality of what it is. And not only just with money, but that's anything. That's your time, your health. If you don't move with care, with your time, your health, and everything that you've been blessed with now, at some point you lose it. And so we have to start caring enough to be prudent, and we have to start making sure that God is at the source of our lives. A lot of us, we're dealing with a lot of pain, and we don't know what love is, and that's because we don't know God. And a lot of us, we say that we believe in God, but believing in God it's not enough. You can't just believe in God. You have to believe in His word too. You have to know His word, because that's where our direction comes from. It comes from us developing our spirit and developing our connection so that we can hear from God. And so the Bible, connecting with His word is going to help us to be able to understand and discern between what it is that we're receiving and that our spirit is receiving and trying to reveal to us. So we got to make sure that we start thinking about these things and just moving with care in our lives. Be prudent with your life. Life is like chess, not checkers. The only way you can win is by thinking multiple moves ahead. You only think about your next move, at some point you're going to slip up. You're going to keep being able to fall victim to the things that come with life if you don't put yourself in position to be able to get ahead for the long term. Thank you.